Good evening and welcome to this meditation for the 20th of October. What a joy it is at this time of Diwali to see this recording of Mother so much enjoying the music. Of Debu Shaduri on the eve of Diwali Puja in 1983. And I think all of our Kundalinis, after seeing that, must be very high, but nonetheless, as usual, let's raise our Kundalinis together collectively and put ourselves in the bandha. And in this beautiful time of Diwali, in this deep state of meditation, let's begin as always by welcoming Sri Ganesha. We say his mantra 4 times. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. This evening, we will listen to a few extracts from Mother's talks. And to begin with, we can listen to Mother leading us into the fundamental state of meditation, which of course is thoughtless awareness. And this is an extract from Diwali Puja in 2002. Oh. Here we go.
How to do meditation? Many people ask. Don't do anything. To just go into thoughtless awareness. Try to go to the thoughtless awareness. If you can get into that condition of thoughtless awareness, you've done your job. Because that's the point where you are with the truth, with the reality, with the joy, with everything that is so fundamental. When you meditate, try not to make some sort of a function out of it. No. Meditation is something silencing yourself, silencing your thoughts, and going to that deep ocean which is within you itself. But supposing you don't do that, if you don't meditate, I can make out immediately those who are meditating and those who are not. It's not difficult for me. Those who do not meditate are always hesitating. They are confused. They can't understand. And that's why meditation is the most important thing in search. Just like a light burns with the electricity flowing in it, you can say, or by because of the candles. In the same way, meditation is a continuous availability of the divine force. That will reduce all your apprehensions. Not only that, but takes out all the negative thoughts. It takes out all the discouraging things. And when you are meditating like that, thoughtless awareness, then you will be amazed how you are helped from within and without. It's a terrible power that works, this thoughtless awareness. So those who do not meditate cannot go very much far with the advantage of sadhana. One should try to meditate and go up to the point of thoughtless awareness. So, what happens to you? If you are in thoughtless awareness, what happens to you is that you get the confidence, complete confidence of divinity. You know You have that. I have seen children coming from our school in Dharamshala, extremely confident and extremely humble. And I asked them, what do you do? They said, Father, we meditate. We meditate in the school, in the evening, and that meditation helps. Imagine these small children can say that. So why not you also understanding that meditation will give you security. It will give you a real enlightenment and a complete connection with the divine. Without the connection of the divine, what's the use of doing surgery? I know the people who are meditating, who have gone down into their being and who are very developed. Also, I know people who are little superficial. Your depth is in thoughtless awareness. It's a very important point which you should reach. Looking at anything, if you are thoughtlessly aware, then you really become reflective about it. Just works out that way. I don't know how far you can remain in that condition. But even for a second you can achieve it. You start achieving it more and more. I've talked so much about meditation before, but today when I see all these candles burning, I think they are all meditative. They are all in meditation, and that's how they are burning. In the same way, such yogis who meditate, I know, and those who don't, I know. And if they have problems, I know why the problems are there. Main thing is your connection with the divine is only possible when you meditate and become thoughtlessly aware. That's the point where divine works. It helps. It comes to your help in such a way that you don't know how you have achieved it. So thoughtless awareness is the first point all of you should achieve. Very important. After that, we can achieve something else. But the first step is thoughtless awareness. It's very important to become thoughtlessly aware, because then there are no thoughts coming from the left or right, from the present or the future. Just in the present, you are there. It's something you all have. It's not that I'm saying that to you, but all of you have this. But steady yourself. You have to steady yourself at thoughtless awareness. How long? That's not the point. The point is once you touched it, you will go on touching it. Many people meditate, but their thought process is going on. They are not thoughtlessly silent. Now this is the one point which is very important. If you have to grow, you should be absolutely in connection with the divine through thoughtless awareness. You don't have to pray, you don't have to call anyone, nothing. It just works because it is within you. All these thoughts are bombarding from both the sides in your mind. These thoughts that are coming to you have no meaning with you. They do not substantiate. yourself you are an ocean. And you have to get into that state of thoughtless awareness. It is always described in all the great books, but not so clearly as I am telling you. I don't say that some of you do not get thoughtless awareness, so they are good for nothing. No. But please try. You can all get into that state of thoughtless awareness. Even for a second, if you get it, it's a very good idea. Then you go on increasing that second. I think it's a reflecting mind. When you look at something, you become thoughtlessly aware. And then your mind reflects to the depth of what you see. That's how you all will become really very creative surgeons. What I find that this state of thoughtless awareness is not established by many, which is not good. Today, on this day of Diwali, I would say that you enlighten yourself with thoughtless awareness. It is not difficult. It's within you, because thoughts are coming from this side and that side. And they are not the waves of your brain, no, just your own reactions. But in case you meditate in the real sense of the word, then you will get into that thoughtless awareness, which is a very important point. And all these nonsensical thoughts, which are of no use to you, will disappear. They won't be there, and then your growth is possible and you grow very well. Many people are here who will say, Mother, we don't get that state. Try. Try that. I don't believe you cannot get it. All of you can get that thought that I can get it, and you will get it. In that, you don't have to discard anything, you don't have to see anything, just go into meditation. And you'll be amazed how it will work. Of course, you are very much there, most of you. But still, I would say, increase that thoughtless awareness, that area. Today is very important because of this day of Diwali. Diwali is supposed to be Enlightenment Day. But enlightenment within is how much you are in thoughtless awareness. And everything works out because you are the ocean of it. You have it within yourself. Only you have to tap it. If you don't tap it, then it doesn't work out. You have to just tap it, and you'll be amazed that you are a source of such joy, source of such happiness. I should say source of real enlightenment. So today's message is that while meditating, go into thoughtless awareness. No thought is important because it's your own creation. But if you have to become with the divine creation, you have to get to that state of thoughtless awareness, minimum of minimum. Once that comes to you, gradually it will grow. And you will be amazed how you will be able to grow into Sajoga in a very big way. Thank you very much.
So, needless to say, let's spend a few moments in thoughtless awareness. So this is the time when we can welcome Sri Lakshmi into our hearts. So let's first say the mantra Sri Lakshmi Vishnu. Om Tvamiva Sakshat Shri Lakshmi Vishnu Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namo. And I'm going to read the English translation of the Mahalakshmi Stotam. O Sri Mahalakshmi, salutations to you who are Mahamaya, who are the seat of wealth and beauty, who are worshipped by gods, and who have the conch, the wheel, and the mace in your hands. O Sri Mahalakshmi, salutations to you who is riding on Garuda, the eagle, who creates terror in the demon Kola, and who is the goddess removing all sins. O Sri Mahalakshmi, salutations to you who are omniscient, who are giving all the boons, who are the terror to all the wicked, and who are the goddess removing all the sufferings. O Sri Mahalakshmi, salutations to you who are the goddess giving fulfillment and intelligence. To you who give enjoyment and salvation, to you who are always the mantra personified. O Sri Mahalakshmi, salutations to you who have no beginning and no end. To you who are the Adi Shakti and the great goddess who is born of yoga. O Sri Mahalakshmi, salutations to you who are subtle and solid, to you who are very fierce, almighty, and with a big belly, to you who removes great sins. O Sri Mahalakshmi, salutations to you who are seated on the lotus, to you who are in the form of Parabrahma, to you who are the greatest controller and who are the mother of the universe. O Sri Mahalakshmi, salutations to you who are clad in white robes, to you who are adorned with various ornaments, to you who exist everywhere in the universe, and to you who are the mother of the universe. This hymn to the great goddess of wealth, if read with devotion, will bestow all success and will grant all worldly positions. If read once a day, great sins will be destroyed. If read twice a day, wealth and prosperity will ensue. If read 3 times a day, the great enemy of ego will be destroyed, and Sri Mahalakshmi will be ever pleased with that auspicious one. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. So now we can listen to 2 very short extracts from Mother's talks. If we can find them. Okay, right. Yes. Explaining the significance of this day.
First of all, we have to know there are 4 days that are celebrated in Diwali. But there is one more day added to it in Maharashtra. The first day of Diwali is called as Dhanatrayadashi. It is the 13th day of the moon. Because that day is the first day when Lakshmi, the first, was born on the 13th. That means she was born as a Griha Lakshmi, as a housewife. Now there are 8 Lakshmis, which she will read it out, and I will tell you later on what is the meaning. So one of them is Griha Lakshmi. So the first is the form of a Griha Lakshmi. She is born as a Griha Lakshmi to begin with. That means the awareness of human beings also started really getting into evolutionary process when they started their family life. When they are vagabonds moving about, then the awareness was just like animals. Though they had become human beings, but they were like animals. Then when they established their families, then the Griha Lakshmi started working, and that's how the first advent of Griha Lakshmi was felt. So she is the first Lakshmi who was born. And that's why on that 13th day is the day of the Griha Lakshmi, of the housewife. And so one has to go in the market and buy some utensils or something that she uses for cooking in the house. In India on the 13th day, everyone goes and buys a pot, or say, you can say what you call a cooking utensil or something. Or they may buy a sari or something, or gold or something for the Griha Lakshmi. That is the day of the housewife. So, to reach the Lakshmi, one has to understand that motherhood is very important. In motherhood, as a Griha Lakshmi is important. And the second day is even more important. Because Narakasura was killed. Honorable Narakasura, as you know him. But actually that day many Rakshasas are killed in many. That's a day fixed for killing Rakshasas. And then they are put in the hell. And the 14th day they are put in the hell. So that's called as Naraka Chaturdashi. That is the day when the hell is opened up. That day Sahajogi are supposed to sleep in the night, while everybody does all kinds of tantrika vidya and all that on the floor. Then the 15th is that darkest night. That's the darkest night where there is no moon. Absolutely, that's the day when they celebrate this Diwali. But symbolically in India also, Sri Rama returned to to his place on that day and was crowned on that day. So the significance of Diwali is expressed in this manner, that this is the day when Narakasura, all of them are killed, they have all gone to they have gone to the hell, and the people now are saved from that and they are celebrating the joy. And that is the time when Christ was born. That's why lights are put in the night, because he was born in the night. So the next day to that is a day is celebrated in India. That time when Narakasura was killed by the Shakti in the form of Shadanana, Kartikeya, there was celebration all over. People celebrated the next night, and the next night was the darkest night of the whole year, is tonight. The 15th day of the waning moon is called as Amavasya. So this is the darkest night. There are always dark nights, every month once, but this is the darkest night of the whole year, and just before this Narakasura was killed. And all the lights are put in the house, and lots of these lamps are burnt. Of course, electricity lights are different from these, as you know, that they burn badhas all the time. So, after the death of Narakasura, he had a big army of his own, and he was very powerful, and he had hypnotized many people. So, to get rid of the residual ones altogether, they lighted all these lamps so that all those devils who were still roaming about should all be burnt out. And you can understand in Sahaja Yoga how a lamp burns and how a badha is taken away by a lamp. But still all the lights of the house must be lighted. Will you go and light all the lights in the house? Outside and inside, there should be, everywhere there should be light. No room should be kept in dark, because they hide in the darkness. So no corner should be dark.
then you know that Rama killed Ravana.
And to finish this series of Mother's Talks, extracts, we will listen to an entire speech from 2003, which is very short, but very, very powerful. Jai Shri Mataji.
Today is a great day of Diwali. That means today is a great day. Lights of your heart together to make a greater light for the world to move in a proper direction. It's a day of great joy. And those who join in this are spreading also great joy. But the problems are there, as they say. But for us, there is no problem because there is no darkness. We don't see any darkness anywhere. We see lights and lights and lights. Then what is the thing missing? Missing is our sincerity. We have to be very sincere with ourselves. Because it is not just a borrowed love or a borrowed joy, but it is from within the source. It's flowing, flowing and flowing. So that is to be awakened. And that love should flow. And our small petty things like jealousies and competitions and all those things which spoil us must be washed away. And it can be washed if your heart is full of love. Today is a day of spreading love, light of love. so that everybody feels enlightened and happy and forgets his petty problems. I am happy that you have been able to get some hall. It's all luck that we got it. People were so much worried about getting a hall. But it had just happened. So we should know also that our destinies are also guided and looked after. We are already blessed people. There's no doubt about it. And we should not worry about small things and small matters. It will all work out very well, you will see. If you just leave it to your destiny, which is very high, very great, with this your own destiny, you will go very far. This is the promise of Diwali to you all, that you will reach highest and the noblest way of life. Every word I say will be there to prove what I say is there. Whatever petty problems you have, they'll all be washed off. All these are the messages from the divine. You don't have to worry about petty things, about money, about jobs. That's not your job. Your destiny will work it out. You have a promise that you'll be looked after. I hope you believe in that promise and are joyous in the highest way. I bless you all from my heart, all of you, for a very happy and prosperous Diwali. Thank you very much.
In 1985, Srimataji said these words, suggesting what we must pray for. She said, "You have to pray that, O Lord, finish all the evil of the world, all the destruction of the world, all the minds which build up our destruction. Please try to neutralize it." This is what a Sahaja Yogi should ask for. And we do ask it, Mother. Let the evil of the world be completely finished. It is time. Let the light of your love spread everywhere, through the hearts and minds of your children and beyond. I go back to a sweet little song that in kindergarten I learned as a child, 5 years old or so. And it was about Jesus, and it's every bit is true about Jesus, but on this occasion I'm going to substitute Sri Mataji. Sri Mataji makes us shine in the pure, clear light, like a little candle burning in the night. In this world of darkness, so we must shine. You in your small corner, and I in mine. Sri Mataji, let it be so. On the strength of this prayer and all our prayers to you, let your love flow. Let your love be our mantra. Tonight there's no need to say Mother's mantras or any further mantra. We just open our hearts to your love and let us be the beacons, the mirrors that enlighten the whole world. Jai Shri Mataji. And so collectively, we'll raise our Kundalini, put ourselves in Mother's Bandhan, and just meditate in absolute silence, in absolute thoughtless awareness for a few moments more. Jai Shri Mataji. Let's raise our Kundalini.